Factories, a week of pressure and progress. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another story about factories. My name is Sophie, and today I'm going to share with you a new experience I had with managing factory operations during an intense week at work. Factories are bustling hubs, machines churning, workers moving, and deadlines looming. They're where plans turn into products, but they can test your limits when things go off track. Last time, I told you about producing 500 whiteboards and boosting efficiency. This time, it's about a different week, one with a rush order, a supply shortage, and a focus on safety improvements. It's a story of urgency, adaptation, and teamwork. I hope you enjoy listening to it. Let's get started. I've been at Horizon Manufacturing for 4 months now, working as a production supervisor. I oversee a factory floor with 20 workers and 5 production lines, making training equipment like whiteboards, projectors, and desks. My role keeps me busy, scheduling production, managing inventory, and fixing issues fast. We just finished a big run for Blue Sky Corp, and last week, another challenge hit. It started on a Monday morning when my boss, Mr. Carter, rushed into the factory at 8:30 a.m., clipboard in hand. "Sophie," he said, "we've got an urgent order from Riverdale High, 300 projectors, $45,000 total. They need it by Thursday." I said yes. It was a shorter timeline than last time, and projectors were trickier. Mr. Carter added, "And our wood suppliers delayed, check on that. Plus, safety's slipping, 2 near misses last month. Address it this week." I nodded, feeling the weight. He said, "Team meeting at 9 a.m., get moving." The first thing I did was assemble the crew. At 9 a.m., I called the shift leaders, Tom, line 1, Sarah, line 2, Lisa, line 3, Mark, line 4, and Ben, line 5, to the meeting room. I said, "Hi, everyone, I'm Sophie. Riverdale needs 300 projectors by Thursday, 100 per day starting today. Can we hit it?" Tom said, "Line 1's ready, 60 daily." Sarah said, "Line 2's at 50, lens assembly's slow." Lisa, Mark, and Ben said 50 each. I calculated, 60 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 is equal to 260, short. I said, "We need 300, push all lines to 60. Sarah, what's with line 2? She said, "Lens machine's finicky, needs tuning." I said, "Daily check-ins, start now." I emailed Mr. Carter at 9:30 a.m., subject, production plan. "Hi Mr. Carter, Riverdale, 300 projectors, aiming for 100/day. Line 2's slow, fixing it. Regards, Sophie." He replied, "Tight squeeze, don't miss it." Monday afternoon, production launched. At 10 a.m., I walked the floor, line 1 buzzed, mounting frames, line 2 struggled, lens jams every 10 units. I told Sarah, "Test it, let's see." By 11 a.m., it stalled, lens misaligned, 5 projectors lost. I called maintenance, "Hi, I'm Sophie, line 2 lens machine, urgent." They arrived at 11:30 a.m., adjusted gears, back by noon. Line 2 hit 55, close to 60. Other lines, line 1 at 60, lines 3, 4, and 5 at 50 each. Days total, 265 by 5 p.m. I emailed Mr. Carter, day 1, 265 projectors, line 2 improving. He said, "Better, push for 300. Tuesday, a supply crisis loomed. At 8 a.m., Mark said, "Sophie, wood's low, line 4's got 30 planks, out by noon." I checked inventory, 50 total, enough for half a day. I called Woodco, "Hi, I'm Sophie, our order, 200 planks, was due today. Where is it?" They said, "Truck broke down, delayed to Wednesday." I said, we need it today, 300 projectors by Thursday. They said, rush option, $1000, arrives 2 p.m. I called Mr. Carter, hi, Woods late, $1000 rush for today? He said, pay it, can't stop. I wired $1,000 at 9 a.m., confirmed, arrives June 20th, 2 p.m. Woodco delivered at 1:45 p.m., 200 planks, stocked by 2:15 p.m. Lines kept rolling, day 2 total, 280 by 5 p.m., running total 545. I emailed Mr. Carter, day 2, 280, wood rushed, 545 total. He said, close, finish tomorrow. Tuesday afternoon, I tackled safety. At 1 p.m., I reviewed logs, 2 near misses, a loose guardrail on line 3, a tripped worker on line 5. I called a safety meeting, 2 p.m., full team. I said, hi, I'm Sophie, 2 incidents last month. Guardrails shaky, floors cluttered. Ideas? Lisa said, fix the rail, line 3's risky. Ben said, clear walkways, line 5's a mess. I said, good, maintenance on the rail tonight, everyone tidy hourly. I emailed Mr. Carter, safety plan, rail fix, floor cleanup. He said, priority, do it. Wednesday, we sealed the order. At 8 a.m., maintenance reported, guardrail secured, line 3 safe. Lines ran, line 2 hit 60, lens machine tuned, lines 1, 3, 4, and 5 at 60 each. Floor stayed clear, workers swept every hour. By noon, 150 packed, 395 total. At 3 p.m., 300 reached, 245 extra. I told the team, pack 300 for Riverdale, rest for stock. Days total, 305 by 5 p.m., grand total 850. I called Fast Ship at 3:30 p.m. Hi, I'm Sophie, 300 projectors, pick up today, deliver Riverdale High, 789 Elm Road, tomorrow. They said, $80, pick up 4 p.m. Driver loaded at 3:50 p.m., tracking hashtag FS56789. I emailed Riverdale at 4 p.m., subject, shipment. Dear Ms. Lee, I'm Sophie, 300 projectors shipped, hashtag FS56789, arrives tomorrow. Regards, Sophie. They said, thanks, on time. I told Mr. Carter, day 3, 305, 300 shipped, 550 stock. He said, ahead, great work. Wednesday afternoon, I pushed safety further. At 1 p.m., I walked the floor, rails firm, walkways open. I posted signs, keep clear, check guards, every 10 meters. I asked Tom, line 1 safe? He said, yes, guards tight. Sarah said, line 2's good, no clutter. I emailed Mr. Carter, safety upgraded, rails fixed, signs up. He said, smart, keep it strict. Thursday, production eased. At 8 a.m., lines ran, 60 each, 300 total by 5 p.m., running total 1,150, 850 extra for stock. Riverdale emailed at 10 a.m., projectors here, perfect, Sophie. I replied, glad to hear, enjoy. I checked inventory, wood at 150 planks, lenses stocked. I told Mr. Carter, day 4, 300, 850 stock, Riverdale happy. He said, $45,000 locked, nice buffer. Thursday afternoon, a quality snag hit. At 2 p.m., Lisa said, Sophie, 5 projectors from line 3 flicker, bad bulbs. I tested, dim, unsteady. I called Bulb Tech, hi, I'm Sophie, last batch, 100 bulbs, 5 duds. Replace them? They said, free swap, ships tomorrow, arrives Friday. I emailed Mr. Carter, 5 defects, replacements free, due tomorrow. He said, swap and check, quality first. I told Lisa, pull the 5, redo tomorrow, stock's fine. Friday, it wrapped up. At 8 a.m., bulb tech delivered, 100 bulbs, 5 swapped by 9 a.m. line 3 remade them, 60 total, all tested bright. Other lines hit 60, days total, 300, grand total 1,450, 1,150 stock. I emailed Mr. Carter at 11 a.m., subject, week done. Hi Mr. Carter, Riverdale, 300 delivered, $45,000 in, 1,150 stock. Safety fixed, quality sorted. Regards, Sophie. He replied, Sophie, you've nailed it, $45,000 and safer lines. I told the team, amazing week, 300 out, stock built, factory stronger. Lunch on me. At noon, we hit the canteen, 20 of us, sharing sandwiches. Sarah said, Sophie, you kept us steady, best week yet. I smiled, factory strain, but they stand tall. That's my second story. I hope you enjoyed it. Factories demand grit, but they reward effort. Have you solved a factory puzzle? Thank you for listening, and see you next time.